Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in to this special hammer pattern video. Today we're going to be doing a tier list. I'm sure everyone wants to hear the one real definitive tier list for Warhammer 40K Primarchs. So yeah, come check it out. How we're basing this tier list is we are looking into things like character design, background, and just overall popularity. But this is the #1 definitive tier list for Warhammer 40K Primarchs. This is not an opinion piece. This is real. This is just scientific reality. So yeah, let's go. We're going to just kind of go left to right, front to back. Starting off with Fulgrim. So Fulgrim's a very interesting character, represents fall from grace, picking up magical demon swords and then betraying your brothers. That's, very interesting from a character point of view. Also very powerful swordsman, and the 30K model is quite cool. Also being one of the 4 evil faction chaos god options, obviously the option for Slaanesh, also being quite good. So, unfortunately, because Slaanesh is involved, we're going to put him in the trash tier, because Slaanesh is bad. We don't like Slaanesh. So, yeah, Fulgrim trash tier. We'll go with Perturabo next. So, Perturabo, also very interesting character, representing desire to create, but being forced to destroy, wanting really only to be able to build wonders of mankind, but being forced by the Emperor into being a creator of engines of war. Obviously the mortal enemy of Rogal Dorn and the Imperial Fists, but unfortunately because of how petulant he is towards Rogal Dorn, we are going to put him in trash tier. Next we have Sanguinius. Very loyal Primarch of the Blood Angels, amazing resin Forge World 30K model. Because he's dead, we won't ever see a 40K model in plastic, but very amazing 30K model nonetheless. Saves the Emperor to a certain degree, tries to strike down Horus but gets killed for his trouble. But, wings are kind of stupid, so we're going to put him in trash tier. Lionel Johnson, new plastic model coming out. Lionel Johnson, I love the new model. The new model looks great. The showing his age makes him look like Tywin Lannister. It's great. Super reasonable rules that from what I've seen. And just overall, pretty cool, sort of mythic warrior, Arthurian legend sort of vibe. But he did spend 10,000 years just sort of vibing out when the universe needed him, so we are going to put him in trash tier. Rogal Dorn obviously goes in trash tier, because, building things is just boring. So obviously Rogal Dorn goes in trash tier. Ferrus Manus is, stalwart character. We're going to automatically put Ferrus Manus in worse than trash tier just for what Iron Hands did to the meta in 8th edition. I know that Ferrus Manus is dead at this point, so it's irrelevant either way, because just in general what the Iron Hands did, we're just going to put him in worse than trash tier. Angron, another wonderful model, new wonderful model with amazing plastic detail. Really love what Games Workshop is doing. I've seen the model in person. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic model. But because he killed me in melee combat, he killed a couple of my characters in melee combat, I am going to put him in trash tier, just because I kind of have like a sort of vindictive grudge against him. Lorgar. Lorgar is everybody's favorite Primarch, obviously. Pretty much the only reason that Warhammer 40K exists, we can thank Lorgar. Because Lorgar, obviously, started the whole heresy. Conversing with the Chaos Gods and convincing Horus to become a traitor. So we're going to put Lorgar in trash tier, because he's got dumb tattoos on his face, and we don't like that. Alpharius, everybody loves Alpharius. Alpha Legion. Wait, is Oh, they didn't put Omegron on this list. We'll count Alfarius and Omegron as the same character for this example. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Alfarius in a whole new tier, I think. We're going to add an Alfarius tier. And Alfarius will go in the Alfarius tier, because obviously he's quite sneaky. Conrad Kurz, he gets in worse than trash tier automatically, just because he's not quite as good at what he does as the Drukari. Me being a Drukari player, very critical of the Night Lord's use of violence and just, you know, carnage and all that. And it's just kind of pedestrian the way that the Night Lords do it, so he's worse than trash. Leman Russ, non-codex compliant character, possibly still alive. We might maybe see a demonic Leman Russ in the future. Here's hoping. I would love to see what spending a couple thousand years traveling through the warp makes Leman Russ look like. Space Wolves are kind of dumb though, so we are going to put Leman Russ in trash tier. Casero Khan, or is it Casero? No, Casero Khan's the Jagatai, sorry, bad pronunciation. Jagatai Khan, the Primarch of the White Scars. Huh. Fast and Bikes, he is also potentially still alive. There's some rumors that maybe he's hanging around in Kamara, which we love. We love it when humans are partying in Kamara, fighting in the arenas. That's great. That's great. We're gonna put Khan in trash tier because he isn't modeled with a bike. And he's kind of the bike guy, so why doesn't he have a bike? Kind of confusing there. Obviously, Robute Guilliman is S tier. Ultramarines, poster boys of the Imperium. No. We're gonna have to. No, well, I think worse than trash. The reality, you know, Imperium bad, blue armor boys bad. What do I need to say? Oh, and I guess he has a 40k model, but I don't care. Mortarion, another example, Demon Primarch with a 40k model. He's still alive and kicking. Got that Demon Juice. Wonderful 40k model and pretty cool 30k model. We are going to put him in trash tier because he is literally garbage. And he represents the bad side of the hobby, which is smelly gamers. Corvus Corvax gets to... he is a bird, and birds are trash. Trash tier. Get a better name. If your name is the scientific name for a bird, you should reevaluate your life decisions. Horus Lupercal, the architect of the heresy, the big antagonist. Less hair than Abaddon the Despoiler, but, you know, it's pretty cool. No model, because he was exploded. Well, no 40k model. No, he was exploded by the Emperor. And we kind of get to thank him for having the lovely 40k universe that we get to live in. So we're going to put him in worse than trash tier because he ruined everything for everybody. Vulcan hates Eldar, so he gets to be worse than trash. Anyone who hates Eldar is bad, because Eldar are cool, especially Dark Eldar, which are my favorite. So anyone who's mean to Dark Eldar kind of automatically gets into the worse than trash tier. Finally, we have Magnus the Red. Magnus the Red. What can be said about Magnus the Red? Probably one of the most contentious characters in the 30k, 40k universe. Did Magnus do wrong? Magnus did nothing wrong. The arguments go on forever. Tragic character, tried to be good. Ended up being bad. And also his son turned all of his boys into sand. And that's just tragic. But obviously, wizards are worse than trash. Sorcery is illegal in the Dark City of Comoros, so immediate worse than trash tier. Sorcery should be scorned and driven to extinction wherever it can be found, lest the dark powers of She Who Thirsts be invited into the Dark City of Comoros. So here we go. Here's the final, what the final tier list looks like. Got a nice spread between sort of trash and worse than trash, with a sneaky little bonus for Alfarius, sort of getting outside of that gravitational pull of human failure, petulant man-child babery that most of the other Primarchs have. So that is the official 100% accurate, lore accurate Warhammer 40K Primarch tier list. I hope that you've enjoyed coming along for this journey. I've had a blast sort of analyzing these characters, really doing a deep dive into their hopes and dreams and designs, and then labeling them all as garbage. So yeah, let us know in the comments below if you think that there's maybe a tier that you would have switched up. Maybe you think that, like, Sanguinius is worse than trash, or maybe, you know, Ferrus Manus actually is S tier. Like, who knows? We love to hear what other comments our subscribers have, and we're hoping to do more content like this in the future. But I've been Lane from Hammer Pattern, so thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching. Here's the call to action. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We've made huge leaps and bounds in subscriber count over the last 6 months, but we keep on going up. We'd love to hit, you know, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. But yeah, it's all up to you. So if you're watching this, if you're listening to my voice and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, do all the stupid little button presses, leave a comment, like and share. We love to, you know, hear your feedback. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and really from the bottom of the Hammer Pattern team's hearts, we really appreciate everything that you guys do. So this has been Hammer Pattern with the real official Warhammer 40K Primarch tier list, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.